Hey guys, IceWire here, and today we are going to be talking about some video games. What else do I talk about here? So 2019 is going to be a fun year for games, I believe. We've got a lot of many interesting and exciting titles coming up. So I wanted to just talk about those, as well as a few that are going to be, or have been confirmed to be releasing in the first quarter or so of 2020. And I'll just be talking about games that have confirmed release date windows between 2019 and 2020. So ones with confirmed release date titles. But I just want to say for the record, some honourable mentions that I'm excited for but don't know about the release dates yet because they haven't been announced are The Last of Us Part 2 and Cyberpunk 2077. I am super excited for those two games. I just wanted to give them a quick honourable mention before we jump into the list. As you know, I like my Last of Us, I have Ellie's tattoo. And I'm really excited for Cyberpunk. I love a good, meaty RPG, and that looks so dope. That's the most PG way I can put it. And also another little extra honourable mention is Boyfriend Dungeon, which it's a little indie game, and basically it's a dating simulation thing, but you date swords that turn into hot people. And yeah. It's kooky, it's ridiculous, the art for it is fantastic, and the gameplay is really neat. I would give it a go. It's a roguelike, and usually I'm not a fan of roguelikes, but just the premise of dating a sword that turns into a person, hell yeah, I'm down for it. With that said, let's get into the games. Now, first up on the list is After Party. Now, if you've been around this channel for a while, particularly back when I did Let's Plays as my regular content, yep, I was a Let's Play channel, I started off as that, you'll probably remember my Oxenfree Let's Play I did a couple of years back now. I love that game to pieces, and I'm very excited that there is another game coming from the same studio this year. Now, if you're unfamiliar with After Party, here's a basic rundown. In the game, you play as two characters, college buds Lola and Milo, who've recently died and gone to hell. Their ticket out? They have to outdrink Satan himself, which is a great selling point, just straight off the bat. Plus, I love the art style. It's part of what made my time with Oxenfree so memorable. Ari. How are you even? You're like a mountain goat. How are you sitting like that? Oh my god, you're actually insane. And these guys know how to write solid, freaking believable young people, which is really refreshing considering that a lot of folks, when they write characters that are teenagers or, college/university age, the dialogue can tend to be, How do you do, my fellow children? Luckily, that won't be the case with After Party, since Oxenfree's writing for their characters was really good. And overall, I can't wait to enjoy the unique style that Night School Studio is going to be bringing back around again for After Party. Now, next up, Animal Crossing. So, I have a small little confession. Aside from getting to play a little bit of Pokemon Sun last year, the only other Nintendo game I have ever played has been Nintendogs. So right off the bat, you know that a game like Animal Crossing is probably right up my alley. I am quite the Nintendo noob. I want to broaden my horizons in regards to different consoles and games in the future. I'm really excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I do want to get around to finishing Pokemon Sun at some point. And since my better half happens to own a Switch, guess he's going to politely ask their darling soon-to-be husband to, buy Animal Crossing so I can spend multiple hours looking after a town full of animal folks. Yeah, that's the plan. That's me. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Plus it just looks cute. Sue me. You can come at me with oh, you just want to buy it because it looks cute, animals, blah blah blah, but duh, of course, that's half the selling point for these games is cute, chilled aesthetics. I'm all about that life. Next up is Control. Now, Control was revealed at E3 2018, and it's one of the few games that was shown there that really grabbed my attention. So it's been developed by a studio called Remedy, and Control focuses on Jesse Faden, A young woman who develops telekinetic powers after an accident in her childhood. And now she's looking for answers at a place called the Federal Bureau for Control, an organization tasked with studying and containing supernatural events. Now, the reason Control caught my eye is purely 100% the telekinesis that the player character has. Now, it's probably a really dumb reason to be excited about a game, but I've always found like superheroes or forms of telekinetic abilities really, really badass. And if I had a superpower, I would love to have telekinesis as my superpower. Like, just hands down, it's awesome. To me, anyway. Plus, the ever-shifting instructions that you gotta explore within the FBC is just really neat. I'm not usually a fan of puzzle games, but just the allure of telekinetic abilities is enough for me to, just calm down against my rage and hatred for puzzles for one moment. But overall, my attention lies on the telekinetic young lady that we'll be playing as. I'm a simple girl, what can I say? Next up, Bloodlines 2. Now, if you've been around my channel recently, you know I'm hyped for this game. I love a good, solid RPG. I'm a sucker for vampires. No pun intended, but kind of also intended. As of recording this video right now, I'm about 17 hours into the game, according to GOG. Although technically it's more than that, there's 3 more hours onto the game, but the game fucking glitched and it didn't save my goddamn game time. It's okay though, I'm fine, I'm not holding a grudge. I didn't get stuck down a certain area for so long, just to have all my progress wipes, that's cool. Anyway, that debacle aside, I am enjoying my time playing Bloodlines 1, and I'm excited to see what the newest installment is going to be like. 2 things in particular that I'm especially excited for is 1, the character creator. It's very in-depth, and if it's anything like the one in the first game, combined with the new features such as choosing your body type, your pronouns, and your backstory, I'm gonna just combust with happiness. I love that shit. Call me basic all you want, but I love a good character creator. So that's obviously a big selling point for me. And another selling point is the new disciplines. So there are 3 new disciplines coming to Bloodlines 2, in case you weren't aware. They are Chiropteran, which will allow you to control bats. Nebulation, which lets you become mist. Kind of, on a similar wave to Dishonored 2, if you've played that game. And also Mentalism, which gives you telekinetic abilities. Now obviously we've already established that I'm quite the big fan of using telekinesis, but the whole Chiropteran thing, controlling bats, just hell yeah. Now these are just some of the things I'm excited for Bloodlines 2. I could probably make an entire video talking about what exactly about this game that I'm excited for. If you do want to see that, let me know and I'd be more than happy to, get on that. And speaking of RPGs, the next one is The Outer Worlds. Now, I know there's the whole issue with it being a, Epic Store exclusive for PC players, which is stupid, to put it politely. Like, I think when games are released, everybody should have access to them at the same time, regardless of where you buy the game from. I don't know, I just feel like that's dumb. But we're going to be ignoring that today, and I'm just going to talk about why I'm excited for it. Now, one of the things that does draw me to the Outer Worlds in particular is that obviously in recent years we've been lacking like a good solid RPG. I know if you were a fan of BioWare at some point like I was, you were probably let down by Mass Effect Andromeda. I personally like Dragon Age Inquisition, but I do know that some people were let down by that, and I'm not going to discount anyone's reasons for not liking a game, because I get it. Plus, there was the whole beginnings of some trouble brewing at BioWare around the time that Dragon Age Inquisition was in development. I think possibly even further back to Mass Effect 3. But it has been a long time since we've gotten a good, solid RPG. Obviously, it's one of the reasons why I'm excited for Bloodlines 2, Cyberpunk 2077, and eventually if it comes out, even though I'm very, very cautious of approaching it, Elder Scrolls 6. It just feels like we're ready for the return of those old school RPG mechanics to come back, you know? I miss that stuff, and just in the snippets of gameplay that we saw of the Outer Worlds so far, especially like the dialogue system, is something I'm really excited to play around in. And the one thing that I'm very, very excited for, and something that was a big selling point for me, is just, you know, exploring the world and getting to know all these new vibrant characters that we're going to be meeting in the game. So in a nutshell, that's why at the core of it I'm excited for the Outer Worlds. Anyway, that's all the games that I'll be mentioning on this list. I'm pretty sure I've probably forgotten a few, but it's okay, it's okay. I have the memory of a goldfish most of the time, so I'm not going to beat myself up over it too much. So that's my list of games that I'm excited for. Are you excited for any of the same games? What's your list? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'd love to hear them. I'm just a simple girl. I get excited about video games. I love talking about video games. That is why it's the focus of my channel. Consider supporting me on Patreon, as it feels to grow for my content's quality and the variety and production of said content that you guys get to see all here on the channel. And of course, as always, a huge thank you to my current patrons. They are Cosmoronic, Nicholas Montoya, Hasgirl, Cooladora, Kay, and Zapfinouch. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these guys, do hop over onto Patreon and have a look around at the cool rewards on offer. Or if you don't want to deal with the whole monthly subscription stuff, do consider checking out my Ko-Fi. If an easy, breezy, or one-stop donation is more your thing, do check that out. Anyway, it's IceWire signing off, and I'll see you later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!